Holidays are over now, and I'm working on a couple of projects. I'm also testing out a new microphone that I got, which hopefully is going to come through much better than just using the webcam things. That was one of my Christmas presents. So one thing I'm going to work on today is I have shown off this board before, and I just sent off another version that I got, which hopefully is going to come through much better than just using the webcam and things. That was just a second. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have designed this board. I sent off a new revision for it to make things a little bit more streamlined from Osh Park. But one thing I've wanted to add to this is a LiPo charging, so that right now I do have a breakout, so you can hook up a charger to it, or just disconnect the battery and hook it up to a charger. But I want to build LiPo charging into the board itself so that you can just have a micro USB that you plug into in order to recharge the lithium battery. So I'm going to work on one of the things I love about Adafruit is that they publish all of the stuff that Lamore designs on the web. So I'm actually going to take one of her designs for the LiPo charging, which they use for all the micro LiPo chargers, and try and replicate that. I do have all the chips that they use for that, and I have looked at let's go ahead and switch over right now. So I did look at the manufacturer of the chip, this LiPo charger right here. The data sheet actually has a really nicely laid out example of how you would build a LiPo charger with that. And I do like them. What I've noticed is that Lady Ada's chip is pretty much follows that design exactly, the example, except she's added a couple of things like this jumper to be able to switch the resistor value so that you can switch from the 0.5 amp charging to the 1 amp charging, and get like a couple of different values with that, as well as adding the red and the green. Or no, I think the original one they had a red one, but they added a green light, or she added a green light for being able to tell if that's completely charged or not. There's a few other changes, but pretty much it's the same as they had for the original. So I'm going to try and recreate that so I can just make my own LiPo charger. Then eventually I'm actually going to add this to my chip so that we'll have built-in LiPo charging. So let me go ahead and get started. So I'm going to create a new project here in Eagle, and we're going to name this LiPo charger. Whoop. All right, and in LiPo charger, we're going to create a new schematic. And we're going to save this. And oops. I'm going to save this in LiPo charger. And save that as LiPo charger. Okay, so I'm going to get some components that I have specifically for that. So I have the red LEDs here. Let's see, I also have, these are the 1.47 resistors. Some green LEDs there. Let's see. These are the is it a 1 kilo ohm resistor? Let's see. These are capacitors, which I believe is for this as well. Let me just double check here. So I need a 10K, 2.5, but I'm actually going to use the 1K. Yeah, because I want 1,000. I want 1 amp charging. So I'm going to use the 1K resistor here based on this table. Let's see, 10 farad. Oh, okay. So this is the 4.7 farad. Or no, these are resistors. Where does this capacitor come in? So, I think this is actually for a different project. Let's see. Not that one. Okay, let's see. So I have the 1K resistors. This is the 1.4 7. I think this is actually for something else. Those are good. 700. Let's see. Got lots of these little things in here. Let's see, did I leave them out here? I gotta also find my little LiPo chargers. Yes, so those are the little LiPo chargers in there. Let's see, that is not what I need. Let's see, these are 10K. It's a 10K resistor. No, I don't need that. I do need the 10 ultrafarad. You know what? I'm gonna check the data sheet because I think I did order a slightly different one. I mean, I kind of went back and forth between Lemore's design and what the spec sheet said on Mauser. So let's go ahead and log in there. I'm going to check the data sheet again. I think I have started a project for this. It's one thing I really like about Mauser's site is starting projects here. Now it looks like I don't have a project for this yet. So let's go ahead, take a look at order history. I think it was, one of these. So battery holders. Nope, it's not going to be that one. Let's see, it wasn't that long ago that I ordered these. So not there. It's a battery holder. Battery charging management. So this is the one. So actually, just because I am getting into this, I'm going to go ahead and start a new project with this. So this project is going to be LiPo charger. And I think, yeah, so this should show me what I have, because I remember I ordered everything I would need for that, I think. In the same order. Let's see, battery. So this was on the 11th. History. I think it's going to be this one. Microcontroller coin cell battery. No. Shoot, where was that? Well, whatever. I'll find the other parts later and kind of get this project working a little better. But really what I wanted to get was the data sheet. So if we check out the data sheet, here is their basic layout. Okay, so that is a 4.7 farad resistor, which is, I'm pretty sure, what I got. Yes, 4.7. So that's what I got for this. I'm using pretty low voltage, so should be fine with that. Okay. So I may change that capacitor though. Yeah, so there should be 6 of these. I think I ordered one extra just like in case. They're pretty small. I mean, it could just be the reason Adafruit uses it because that's just what they have on hand. I don't think that's super important. It's just there to kind of help level the voltage, it looks like. Or take care of voltage spikes. But let's get back to Lady Ada's schematic here. So I'm basically going to be running off of this same schematic to do mine. I'm going to be grabbing a couple of components. One other thing that I do have a few of that I've been wanting to use. It's going to be these micro USB connectors. So these little guys right here. I believe these are the same ones that Adafruit's using. I mean, maybe not exactly the same, but the same form factor. I've heard them talk a lot about having the kind that actually attaches to the board. So I got the same type. So let's go ahead and start with that USB. So I'm going to look through here. And I sourced parts that are pretty close to what Adafruit uses. So I think they should have the same USB connector. All right, so here's USB mini. USB power. So these are mini B USB. Let's see, so those are USB chips. I need micro USB. Micro. All right, so it looks like SparkFun has them here. So this is micro USB. Let me make sure it's kind of the same form factor. I'm actually going to pull these out of here just so I can kind of look at the footprint of them. So this one actually has some recessed feet that go in there. Let me get a new little container to put these in. But yeah, so this has the two little feet that go in there. So it is going to need like a through-hole component. It's not just surface mount. So let's see if I can find something that's similar. This looks kind of similar, but not really. Let's see. Well, looks like I might need to find another thing. So I might need to source another part for the USB connector. So for now, I'm just not going to worry about that. I'm going to do just 2 pins so that I can hook it up to a charging power supply. This is just a test really for stuff. Let's go ahead and get the JST connector. Let's see. All right. And we're going to use this guy because I have a couple of these. All right, so this is our battery connection. Wait, so this is our power side. So this is power in. And, or no, yeah, okay, so this is power in. We're going to do another one on the other side. Actually, I'm just going to have one in there. Gonna find... So for power in, I'm just going to use 2-pin connector. So I'm going to do a 1x2. Yeah, like a 1x2 terminal block should do. Oop. All right. So we have our two ends of the charger. This is going to be our in, and this is going to be our out. We're going to go ahead and create a ground. So GND. Going to use that. Our terminal 2 is going to go to ground. And let's see, terminal 2 going to ground. Oh, no. I'm going to just copy this, put it over here. I'm going to rotate this component. So it just makes a little more sense. This one got a little confusing because I didn't know which one, if it was pin number 2 or pin number 1 that went to ground, but I'm pretty sure it was pin number 2. All right. So I'm going to find that charger. So we're looking for LiPo. Charger. Okay, so what's the part for these? Had it laser etched. Well, I tried to laser etch it on to these things, but it did not go. So let's see. Couple of different things. I might find it. All right, let's see. I know this is in, well, I thought this might be in the Adafruit thing. Let's see. let's try this one. All right, let's see what they're calling it in their schematic here. LiPo charger, so M. Let's see, MCP7, MCP7, no? Let's see. Fruit. You know, I think this might just be just a regular component. Let's see. So voltage regulator. Let's see, MCP7. I think this is a lithium battery charger. CP3 831. Yep. So that's the one. Should be the same one I'm using. MCP73831T. Yep. So this is going to be the one. Okay. I hate it when it does that. All right. Well, now at least I know where to find it. So, go back up to Adafruit and MCP. There we go. Okay. So here's our charging. Let's go ahead and look back at our schematic. So we're going to substitute our capacitors. So we're using a different capacitor. Let me find out which package this is. Actually, I'm going to kind of cheat and see if I was starting to create a couple of tags that I was going to put this on. I'm going to see if that's going to, I think I put the package number on there so that I know what size, because that's going to be, I think we're putting the microphone to the test here with the sander going on right next to me there. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can find that. Parts jar file I was looking at, and so it looks like the capacitors. So yeah, these are 6.3 volt, and these are 2012 package. So I'm going to look for capacitors. See if I can find, yep, there's 2012 C capacitor. So that should be just what we need. I'm actually going to need 2 of those, I believe. Double check. So yeah, capacitor on either side. One there and one there. Now we're gonna do the value. These are 4.7 UF. This is going to go right there, and I'm just going to move this over here. I'm going to move this down here. Well, okay, maybe up here. Then I'll move this one up here. Now I'm just going to connect this wire. Is going to go straight to 3. This cap is going to go here. Other end is going to go to ground. Now make sure these join. So so on Lady Ada's design, she's got this little bridge here, or this little jumper, and if you jump it, you can switch the charging voltage. I only wanted to do the 1 amp charging, so I'm not going to have that, but still need to put in that resistor. So for that, I'm going to be using my 1K resistors here. Again, I need to look at the package size so I know which ones. I'll probably end up changing some of this stuff, but I just ordered essentially what I could find. So this is going to be a 5025 package size. So let me go ahead and switch from capacitors to resistors. I think I did choose like the same package size for all my resistors for this. All right, so I'm looking for 50, 25. $50, $25. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff out. Just a bit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my resistor into place right there. It's gonna connect to that. This is gonna go and connect to ground. This is also gonna go back up to our VSS. All right, so I'm just gonna put these here just in case. I had some problems with my last one where it didn't really like join stuff together properly. And all right, so it looks like on the battery side, that is all set up. Now I'm gonna wanna go on the power side. I'm just gonna make myself a little more room here. So next I need my smaller resistors. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and connect my power lines. So let's just move that up. So my voltage in coming from my 5-volt supply is going to go right into there. All right. So this is going to go into here.
Yep. Well, we'll see. I got the keys.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I got a ride.
All right, so I got that. So that's the capacitor, which should kind of handle any spikes in voltage. Next, we're going to add some LEDs. So let me grab. Oh, you know what? Since I'm already in resistors, I'm just going to grab those resistors. So we're using. Let's see, it's hard to see for that one, but I think it is the so this is the 470 ohm. Okay, so this is for something else. So 470 ohm resistors. I think this is the same. So this is 2010. Which is, I think, the same package. Oh, that's right. It's whether it's like inches or millimeters. So it determines that numbers or that number. Let me see. I just want to make sure these are going to be the same size. I really need my tweezers for this. Nope, that's a little smaller. They're almost the same size, but not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back. Okay, so I'm going to use the 2010 package size. For these resistors. Oh, okay. So that was R1, this is R2. So the value of this is going to be 470 ohms. And I'm going to copy that because we're going to have two of them. Now we need our LEDs. And all right, see it. Let's look at what the package size is for those LEDs. So those are 80 or 0805.
Are you on here?
I am, but I'm just kind of broadcasting stuff from my desk. What's up?
If you wanted to ride, I'm maybe leaving in about 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes? Yeah, I think I can wrap up by then. Yeah, excellent. Thanks. All right, so podcast is only going to go on for another 20 minutes. But I think I can get the basic layout. I'm probably going to do the breadboard layout at home for this. Let's see. We got LEDs in here. All right, so here's the LEDs, and I'm looking for 0805, which are pretty small. .0805. All right, I think I'm gonna have to look elsewhere. 0805. This is 0603. Getting close. Those are even smaller, I think. Ah, there we go, 0805. So we have that one and that one. Okay, I think this will work. So I need this one and that one. I am going to do red. Green. Okay, so now back to Lady Ada's schematic. So the way these are going to be oriented, this one will be, yep, so red is that way. Green is going to be that way. Oh. All right, so we've got this resistor, we've got this resistor. We're gonna do a wire from here to here, and then from here to here. Our red is gonna go here. Our green is gonna go here. And then I'm gonna move this down a bit so that this is gonna come out and go here. And then this is going to go to ground. All right, so now I'm just going to make sure we know that all these things are joined. Well, I mean, I don't really have to do it on those components, but whatever. All right, so just double check, make sure. So that's right. That's right. That's right. Straight over there with capacitor. Oh, that's right. And these capacitors, they're non-polarized, I think. So, yeah, those should be able to go any direction. Yeah, that looks like that is it. Oh, you know what? I do need to add the value for this. So this is a 10K. Yep. Or no, 1K. All right, I think that does it. Let's switch over, create our schematic. And there's all our components. Make sure that looks good. And yeah, that looks like everything we need. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and move the group onto there. We're going to save, and that's pretty much it. So I have my schematic here. Now I just need to do the board layout. I might save that. I don't know. I might do that tonight when I get home. So you can see the board layout. I might do that as a quick one tomorrow. It shouldn't take me long to lay that out. And then I can actually, I should be able to mill that out because it's a single-sided board pretty easily on the Shapeoko, and get that soldered up and test it out. If it works, I'll probably try and integrate the design here into the LEDiva board that I'm making, and hopefully add some LiPo battery charging. All right, so I guess I will talk to you guys later. That's it.